What's up gamers? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the best character in the Raiden. We're going to be talking about if you should or why you should pull for Raiden Shogun. She's coming in the next 10 days and we all know free-to-play players are going to be pulling for her, light spenders are going to be pulling for her, whales are going to be pulling for her, and so are you. Now keep in mind that this isn't a guide video, I'm just letting you know more about her kit and her playstyle. So since I hate long intros, and I know Raiden does too, let's get straight into the video. So Raiden Shogun can be a main DPS character, an off-field Electro support, and she can be a battery for the entire team. But what she can't be is a chef. Her normal attacks are just normal attacks, but since she's the best character in the entire game, Hoyoverse made her charged attacks different from a lot of the other basic pole armor units. Because when you charge attack with Raiden, instead of doing this, she does this. There's more to her normal attacks than what meets the eye, but we'll get into that later, so hold your horses. Let's talk about her elemental skill. Her E makes a cool looking eye symbol stay on top of the on-field character. Now what this eye does is that it attacks with whichever character is on field, doing AoE electro damage. Now it might not be the best damage in the entire world, it's definitely not going to make the enemies disappear like with Navia's skill, but that's not important, okay? What's important is that it makes everybody do more damage with their bursts. It buffs them based on its level. Mine is level 9, but it also buffs them based on the energy cost of their burst. So people with a high burst cost like Raiden's will benefit highly with her E. It's also good for Denjo teams because it applies so much off-field AoE Electro. And because it has a short cooldown and a long duration, you don't need to swap to Raiden every 5 seconds. Now for her burst. Guys, let's take 5 seconds to appreciate this visual. Aside from her burst tearing the enemies to oblivion, she does big damage. And I like big damage, you like big damage, we all like big damage. After using her burst, she pulls out a sword that is infused with Electro. After this, you can either use her normal attacks to kill enemies and restore energy for the entire team, or just enjoy her animations. Now these burst normal attacks count as burst damage and not normal attack damage, so there is absolutely no need to level up her normal attacks at all. Her skill and her burst work hand in hand because after using her skill, whenever anyone in your party does their burst, she gains a resolve stack based on the energy cost of their bursts. So it's recommended to use her E, then your teammates' bursts, and then Raiden's burst. That way she herself can do a lot of damage while also regenerating energy for the entire team. Other things to note down about her burst is that it has a whopping 90 energy cost, which is really high, and it also has a 7-second duration with an 18-second cooldown. But now for her passives. Raiden Shogun's first passive makes it so that whenever anyone in your party collects an elemental particle, she gains 2 resolve stacks. This passive is very helpful for her burst damage because it allows you to fill up her Eye of Storm Judgment very fast. And the more full it is, the more damage that she does. Now in my opinion, her second passive is her best, but who cares about my opinion? Anyway, what it does is that for each 1% energy that Raiden has above 100% energy recharge, she gains 0.6 more energy from her burst to give to her teammates. And she also gains 0.4% electro damage bonus. This just means Raiden Shogun will be able to provide more energy to her teammates' bursts and do more personal damage. Now since Raiden Shogun skills off energy recharge and you're going to want to be building her with a lot of energy recharge, you're going to have more than 100%. If you don't, then just log off the game. But now that you know everything about her kit and what she does, let's move on to her talent priorities. So Raiden Shogun doesn't use her normal attacks at all, so just ignore them and leave them at level 1. Now between her burst and her E, I think it's very clear that her burst should be prioritized first and then her E. Now even if this is the case, you shouldn't neglect the existence of her E like how you neglected the existence of Dea. This is because her E actually allows her and her teammates' bursts to do more damage, meaning the higher you level it up, the more damage you can do. It also does more damage the more you level it up, but we don't care about that. Now her burst should be prioritized first for obvious reasons. It will do more damage, it will restore more energy for the team, just level it up first. But in summary, level up her burst first, then her skill, then her normals. Now, hello my lovely viewer. It's kind of crazy that you managed to get this far into the video. If you got this far because you like my content, why not help me out by liking, subscribing, or joining my Discord down in the description below. Or if you don't want to read the paragraph that's in my description, you could just join it through the comment section. I'm a small content creator and I would really appreciate it if you could help me by subscribing. I hope to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you can help me out by effortlessly clicking the subscribe button. But now let's get into Raiden's best team comps. So because Raiden is the best character in the entire game, she has a lot of different team comps. Let's start with the most free-to-play friendly team. This team, Raiden National. Raiden's job in this team is to be a main DPS, battery, and Electro applier. She does a lot of the team's damage and is supported by Bennett, Xiangling, and Xingqiu. Bennett is the healer and buffer, Xiangling is the sub DPS, and Xingqiu is the other sub DPS. This team is super free to play friendly because it consists of 3 4-stars. Getting energy in this team probably won't be an issue because Raiden, but it's overall pretty good. Another Raiden team which is pretty popular is the Hyper Bloom team, with Raiden as the off-field Electro applier. It's super strong, and Raiden's only job is to use her E. I'm not going to go too in depth about her team comps, but expect a full-on video on her best team comps coming soon. For now, I'm just going to give my unwanted opinion. Disclaimer: everything about to be said is coming from a Raiden main and Raiden simp. Do not take anything said as true factual information. I repeat, do not take anything said as true factual information. In my opinion, Raiden Shogun is the best character in the entire game. I think that she's just perfect. She has the best burst animation in the entire game. She has an amazing personality, and she just does a lot of damage. She works well with so many different characters, and I don't think that she's hard to build. She's definitely the best Electro DPS in the entire game, and I think that she's the strongest Archon in the entire game as well. She's stronger than Venti, Nahida, Zhongli, and Furina combined. The fact that she can be a DPS, a support, a damage amplifier, and a battery is just insane to me. Now, I've got a question for you. I challenge you to make me change my mind on everything I just said about Raiden Shogun. Wanna know how? Just join my Discord down below. We can talk there, and I'm genuinely interested in what you have to say. But also, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it so much, and I hope that if you're summoning for Raiden, you get her. Thanks for watching. Bye.